30th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Nefesh Hahaim.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rabbi. Sorry.
Good morning, Maya. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning, Roy.
So Alan wants to get in here. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Roy. Continue, please.
No, all right then. Uvachines haruach rubo derech eroi milamalo shechalak bekitze ha'elyon shelo kashur v'ne'echos l'ma'alo b'avachina hatach ta'ana shel הנשמה ומי שתלשת ונעשה גם בסוך גוף האדם ומתקשרת שם בבחינה העליונה של הנפש. So stage 2, the level. Stage 1 was the nefesh. Nefesh was the lowest level, where God's breath is ascended to, being completely within a person's body. Now, stage 2, going backwards, the level of ruach, which descends like a pouring flow from above, with the highest part of ruach being connected above to the lowest part of the neshama. So the highest part of ruach is connected to the lowest part of neshama, from which it cascades down and also enters into a man's body, where the lowest part of ruach is connected there with the highest part of the nefesh. So the ruach is is what? Something about the neshama.
First, he's talking about the ruach. He's talking about the ruach, and he first talks about where it's connected above. The uppermost part of the ruach is connected to the lowest part of the neshama, and then he says mishtalsheles v'nikneses gam b'toch gufa adam miskasheres gam b'bechinas elyon shel nefesh, and then it goes down. It goes down and enters, meaning not the neshama, but he's talking about the ruach. Goes down and enters inside the goof of the person. So it is also in the goof of the person, and it connects up with the uppermost aspect of the nefesh. So far he's described that the nefesh is in the goof. It's the lowest spiritual component, and its uppermost end. It's connected to the lowest part of the ruach, which is also enters into the guf as well. And he told us that the uppermost part of the nefesh is also connected to the highest, the lowest part of the neshama. Now, okay, so that's what he said so far. Kamash Kosev, like it says in Yeshaya. He has a pasuk in Yeshaya. Let's see, should we look up this pasuk in Yeshaya? We're going to be able to get something from it. Ad Yara Aleinu Ruach Bimarom. Eshpoch es Ruchi. Okay, maybe we should look up this pasuk in Yeshaya. Because he's saying over here that that this pasuk in Yeshaya is referring to these two spiritual components of they're inside the physical goof of the person. Okay, so Yeshaya Lamed Beis. Take a look at this pasuk. We'll get Yeshaya.
No. Nine. Four. Huh. One. Isaiah 32:15. Isaiah, no. Isaiah. What was it? 32.
Oh,
Hmm.
let's see. Why is it not here? I don't have it marking. Okay, look at 32:15. I'll try it. See, all I have is 32.
Until a spirit from on high will be poured out upon us, and the desert will become a fertile field, and a fertile field will be reckoned like forest. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the pasuk, right?
So the fertile field and is like the ruach, is it? The spirit.
And Ye'areh Aleinu Ruach.
Oh, the ruach will be poured upon us.
Ad Yara Aleinu Ruach.
Being connected by the lowest part of the neshama.
Limarom.
So the neshama is the field, is it? The desert becoming like a fertile field. To shut the door.
Well, the translation is not really reflective of the pshat that Reb Chaim is saying in the pasuk. We're talking about the spiritual components. According to the Nefesh Hahaim, this is the pasuk is speaking about the spiritual components inside a person. It's not talking about a desert land becoming a garden or anything like that.
But they're not equivalent to what's inside a person then?
Well, he hasn't talked about yet about where exactly the neshama component is. That's going to be the next paragraph.
Oh,
This part of the pasuk that he's spoken about so far is what he's used to explain the pouring of the ruach. Okay. All right. Yeah. Might have been more confusing than it is informative to look up the pasuk, because the simple understanding of the pasuk is not what the Nefesh Hahaim is talking about. Okay. Okay, so then he brings another pasuk in Yol, Shehu Mushpa Ba'adam Derech Shvicha Ve'irui.
you
Eshboch Es Ruchi. Shehu Mushpa Ba'adam Derech Shvicha Ve'irui. Ukamoshi Yisbar Od Lahalan Yimetz Hashem Inyan His Kashrusam Ba'orech. Okay, as will be explained later on in more at greater length, this whole idea of the connecting of the different components to one another.
As will happen after this, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your elders will dream prophetic dreams, and your young men will see visions.
Okay, very good. So, yeah,
We only need the first part of that sentence, don't we?
okay, so let's go on to the next part over here. Amnam Bechinas HaNeshama. And we call upon Lou to continue the reading. We're at, by the way, I don't know if you know where we are actually. We're in Perek Tes Vav, Shar Aleph.
Amnam Bechinas HaNeshama. However, let's see. However, trying to find the translation here. The level of the neshama, he haneshama atzma shepnimius atzmusa mis ta teres behelem. Okay, so it is the neshama itself that is the essence or its essence is concealed completely. Behelem, I'm not sure what that means.
Helem is hidden.
Hidden. Okay, so what was
in hiddenness, yeah.
Mista teres? What's mista teres?
From the word seised also, it's concealed. It's concealed in a state of being hidden.
Got it. Umekora Baruch Kiviyachol Besoch Nishmas Piv Yisbarach Shemo.
Shimas Piv Yisbarach Shemo.
And it's called it's called the
No, it's Makor. It's source.
Its source of blessing, so to speak, is within the words of the mouth of Hashem.
The Shimas Piv, the breath.
The breath of the mouth of Hashem. She'ein atzmus mahusa nichneses klal besoch gud ha'adam. Guf ha'adam. That it's not. What's atzmus?
Atzmus mahusa. It's mahusa is its essence, its essential essence. This we're talking about the neshama, this third component of the spirit, of the three spiritual components of the person. It doesn't reside. It's atzmus mahusa. Its essential essence, ein nichneses, does not enter klal at all. B'toch gufa adam, inside the physical body of man.
This is as against the Nefesh, which we read at the beginning, that the level of the Nefesh, the lowest level where God's breath has descended to, being completely within a person's body. So the Nefesh, the level of the Nefesh is in the body, but not the Neshama.
Right. Right. So you have the nefesh, which is inside completely. The ruach seems that it's partly inside, and the neshama, which doesn't seem to be inside.
Mm-hmm.
So the breath of the mouth of Hashem is the essential essence, which does not enter at all into the body of the man.
It's, in other words, he said where is this component of neshama? Its makor, its source is inside the nishmas piv, the neshimas piv, the breath of the mouth of Hashem, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
As it were, we're just using physical words to describe that it's where this spiritual entity, totally spiritual, is in relation to Hashem, and that it's not at all in the part of the physical goof of the person.
So where is it? Where does it end up after leaving? Does it leave Hashem's mouth? If it does, where does it end up as against the ruach?
All we said over here was that its source is betoch neshimas piv yisbarach. That's all we said so far.
We haven't said anything about its destination.
We haven't said where it goes anywhere. We didn't say that it does go anywhere.
Right.
We'll
Okay.
see.
Right then, so far so good. In that case,
V'adam harishon kodem hachet zacha la'atz musa uvesibas hachet nis tauka mitocho v'nish ara rak kofefes alav. And Adam Harishon, before the sin, merited for himself to enter. No, nichbas. What's nichbas?
First, you have to understand. First, you have to translate Latzmusa. Adam Rishon Latzmusa. What's that mean?
I said merited for himself. I guess that wasn't good.
No, Atzmusa is referring to the Atzmus Mahusa of the neshama that we said this is not inside the person.
That's the essential essence.
Yeah. Now he's saying now that historically speaking, Adam Rishon, before he sinned, was Zocha Latzmusa. He merited Latzmusa, its essence, meaning some type of some component of this neshama seemed to be that it was inside Adam Rishon before the hate. Ubesibas hate, and on account of the hate that he did, nistalka, the neshama left him, mitocho, from being within him. Nishara and remained rak hofefes alav, in some way of being hovering over him, but was not inside him anymore.
we've got here that last time that this is a punishment that's beyond the consequence. It's the punishment goes further than the consequence of it. What's that mean? The consequence is that the neshama has left him, and this punishment is more than he actually goes further than the further than what?
Okay.
No, I shouldn't have said that then. Put that in. It's hoppers. Okay. It goes beyond what it would have been if the neshama was inside him. So the consequence of the neshama leaving his body is what that means probably that he loses the ability everlasting life.
Okay. Well. Okay. Let's go on.
Yeah.
Mayor, you want to take over? Levad Moshe.
This is interesting.
Okay. Levad Moshe Rabbeinu alav hashalom shezachar atzmuta toch gufo v'lachein nikra ish ha'elokim ki yodea shekol shlosha olamot Okay, so what, Moshe Rabbeinu alone merited La'atzmuta, this essential essence, I guess, within his body.
Right, and when we say Latzmusa, we're referring to the essential essence of this this component of the of neshama to be inside him, unlike any other man, with the exception of Adam Arishan before the sin.
Oh, okay. Essential component inside him. Okay, good. And therefore he was called a man of Hashem, a man of God. Huh.
Elohim. Because usually, I guess that, in other words, that's that today, that part of the neshama that Hashem originally made Adam Rishon with does not reside in the man, but it's betok neshimas piv. It's within Hashem.
Oh, okay.
But Moshe Rabbeinu, who did have this, so we call him Ish Elokim. He's a man who is godly. So he's like Hashem himself in this sense, at least, that he also has this highest of the spiritual components. He had the highest of the spiritual components in the Shema within his physical goof.
Oh, okay. Kayadea shekol shlosha olamot, as it is known that all three of these worlds, I guess, levels, Bria, Yitzira, and Asiya.
Yes.
Let's forgot what Bria is. Huh.
Okay, so we learned in the previous chapter, I think it was chapter, yeah, it was in, where was it? It was in the beginning of Perek Hay, actually. It said over there, I'm just going to read from it, and V'kol ha'olamos nechlalim v'nechlakim l'daled. Kiyadua. All of the worlds, and as we've been saying, there are literally millions and probably trillions of worlds, because we said that when a person does a mitzvah, he's able to create worlds. That's what the Nefesh Hahaim has been telling us. But all of those trillions of worlds are included and encompassed by four main worlds, olamos, and they are called and so there's various names for them, but the ones that the Nefesh Hahaim is using over here is our world is referred to as Asiya, which means it comes from the word to action, to do. Yitzira is the world on top of that one, from the word formation. Bria is the world on top of that, and then there's Atzilus, because Rav Barkley said that in the Kabbalah, Hashem is always referred to as the Matzil. Aleph, the Mem Aleph Tzadi Yud Lamed. He's the Matzil. What does that mean? He's the not the lifeguard in your swimming pool. This is Aleph. This is the Aleph, Atzilus. So he quoted a pasuk in the Chumash that Moshe had sealed, that he bestowed. He's the one that he's the bestower. That's the so that highest world is referring to where Hashem is Kaviyachol.
Huh.
So here he's mentioning in our section over here, the Nefesh Hahaim is only referring to now okay. He said, Ki Yadua Shekol Gimel Olamos, all three worlds, Bria, Yitzira, Asiya. So these are the three worlds that are the spiritual domain, so to speak, of the neshama. The fourth spiritual world is that's the spiritual domain of Hashem himself. So these three worlds are called Bria, Yitzira, and Asiya. So all of them are Bechinas Haneshama, the Lahon, Olamalahu Elakus, Gomor. The world above that is complete godliness. That's Hashem himself.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry. Bichinat Haneshama Yochon Ulamala Hu Elokut Gamor. Okay, I think you just said that. Kamo Shekatu Be'etz Chaim Sha'ar Hatzelem Perik Aleph.
Yeah, he's just quoting where you could find that if you want to look up what he's saying.
Okay.
Let's
see. Uvereisha Atziur Olamot Atzilut Bria Yitzira Siya V'Hakdamut.
Reb Chaim Vital.
Oh, right. Okay.
A second source.
The second, okay. B'Sha'ah Hanishamo Perak Aleph. Again, must be his text. Sha'ah Hashemot. Okay, in the first chapter.
Okay, he picks up from the word Nefesh Hachaim picks up from Bazulato. Right after it says Perak Aleph, then it says Ulazulato.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go on then. Vizulato lo zachar eleha shum adam rak behirut nitzotzei or mit notzatzim mimena al rosh ha'adam hazoche eleha kol echad lefi midregato v'lefum shi'urei delay.
Okay, so Ulazulato and other than him, meaning apart from Moshe Rabbeinu, lo zoche lev shum adam. No other person in history was zocha to this, what Moshe Rabbeinu was zocha to have the this spiritual component reside within his physical body. Rak behirus nitzutze or misnotzim mimena al rosha adam azocha eleha. But to the person who is zocha to it, great tzaddikim, so they have some type of a connection of this component of the neshama. They're just saying the clear sparks of or, which is a spirit, which is the spirituality, misnotzitzim, are sparkling from the neshama, and they somehow have some type of a connection al rosh ha'odam to the head, which of course is the most spiritual part. That's where we said that the spiritual components reside in a person. Like we say in the Yehiratzon under the Tefillin, we say "V'haneshama shebemochi," the neshama which is in my head. Kol echad lefi madrigoso. Everyone according to their spiritual level, lefum shiura delay, and according to their measure. And then, so so that connection of that part of the neshama with the person is very is not the same as the other ones. It's very not too much, but it is connected to the person through the second middle spiritual component of ruach, which is connected to the neshama, and that spiritual component of ruach does enter into the goof of man, some part of it. Okay, so we finished up to there for today.
Shkayach. Very good.
All right. All the best to Mayor. Have a great day, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we will be back shortly
Okay.
with Bava Kama.
Okay, looks like Alan came back. Okay, very
Alan
good.
is coming.
There he is.
I am sorry about that.
Okay, well, have a good day, Alan. Be well.
Bye
Okay, be well, Roy. Take
Maya.
care,
You
Lou.
too, Maya. Be well.
Okay. Let me get Rabbi Fairman.
Hello, Alan.
Hi, how you doing?
Baruch Hashem. How's Joan?
She's getting better. The eye is it takes some time to come back.
Yeah. Yes, we know. Okay, see you soon.
What are we doing? 11:35. 11:30. It should be 11:30. It should be. What's going on here? I fell asleep. 11:35 is not time.
Good morning, Alan. Okay, welcome back, Lou.
Thank you.
Okay. Baruch Hashem. Baba Kama. That's what we got.
Okay, Phil, which page are we on now? I have 115B2.
We definitely turned to 115B3 already.
Okay.
And it started on 115B2, but we turned to the B3.
Okay, we're up to Mishlema Shenishbra Chazia.
It's in the right column, 115B3. The Gemara persists.
Okay, I got
Or
it.
persists. Okay, we're in the middle of a thread over here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, so right. The issue was, can the person who's losing his money or losing his wine make a declaration to have that wine serve as a Trumas Meiser for the Kohen, or in the case of the money, the to redeem Meiser Sheni fruit that he has in his house. And so far, we said that in the case of the money, we said lechatchila he should not make this declaration. Whereas in the case of the barrel of wine, to make a Trumas Meiser, to separate the tithes of Trumas of Meiser, what's it called, Trumas Meiser, for the Kohen, he is allowed to do it according to the Brisa. The Gemara asked why here he's allowed and here he's not. So the Gemara answered that Rabbi Yirmiyah says, we're talking in that case with the barrel of wine, that there was a netting around the barrel and it was not going to be completely lost, the wine, if nothing happened to it. Nothing was done to save it. It was slowly just dripping out drop by drop, and there's a minimal loss. So like that, he could make the declaration lechatchila. And now, so at that point, we thought that we had resolved the seeming contradiction between these two cases. And now the Gemora is furthering its discussion of these two cases. Okay, so we're starting with Bishlema.
Sorry, so where is that, please?
115B3, right-hand column, second paragraph, the Gemora persists.
Let's take this here.
115B3. Yeah, I've seen it. Thank you. The right-hand paragraph. Yeah.
Okay, Alan, would you like to read? Got the place?
The Gemara protocols or persists?
Yeah.
Persists.
Okay. The Gemara persists. Bishlama Shenosh Barua all was well in the case where the barrel became broken, where the wine saved by the netting is fit for use by the Kohen. Amron, yes, Lamai, Chazor, but where the barrel became uncovered for what is the wine fit, liquid left uncovered and unattended may not be imbibed, for his fear that a poisonous snake deposit venom into it while drinking. Nevertheless, the Brisa permits the Levi to designate the contents of the uncovered barrel as Trumas Meiser, We see that even where none of the wine can be used, the Levi may sanctify it, since its prohibition represents only a minor loss to the Kohen. Likewise, in the case of one faced by a robber, since the loss of his coins is not certain, he should be permitted to transfer Masasheni sanctified to them. Question mark.
Okay. Just looking if there's any Rashi over here. Lamai. Oh. Yeah, Lamai Chazia. That is that looks like for Rashi.
Lamai Chazia, what's it fitting for?
Yeah. Yes.
Lamai Chazia. Okay. The Afo P. Hachi here. Katani. It's like Torah, Omer, Arehu, Truma. We see that this is Truma. Alma, we see, Lahavsid, Ma'od. It's a small loss. Low, Fashishu. He's not concerned because it's only a small loss.
Okay, so when the Gemora said Lamai Chazia, what it was referring to the case of the wine that was uncovered, Elash and his Galsa. That wine that became uncovered. In other words, there's two cases that Bryson was talking about. One case is that the barrel broke and it was dripping out and going to loss. So why is he able to make his declaration? And we said, oh, that's it's like Rabbi Yirmiyah says, the barrel it's got a netting around it, so it's not splitting open and the whole thing is going to go out to waste. It's drop by drop. But that answer that Rabbi Yirmiyah gave does only help us for that one case where the barrel was nishbra, was split open, and it's dripping out. But it doesn't help us whatsoever, says the Gemora, for the second case that the Brisa mentions. Nisgalsa, that the cover of the wine became was taken off, and now the wine barrel is completely open, and then you have the Gemara's understanding that there's an isser to drink such wine that was left uncovered. And if so it seems to be a significant loss. So why does the Brisa say also in that case that he can just go right ahead and make a declaration and say that uncovered wine will be his gift to the Kohen? That's not a very good gift to give to a Kohen.
Not really, right?
So, okay, so now we got to go further in the Gemora. How's the Gemora going to respond to this follow-up challenge? Next words of the Gemara are Osi Be Lidei Takola. That's where does it? How does that fit in over here? Did I make a mistake? Yes, I made a mistake. That's not where we're up to. We're up to the V'chitema. It says in your Gemara probably just Chaf tough. So let's read from over there in the Gemara. See where I'm reading from?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Roy, you want to read?
Right. It says here that the Gemora forestalls a possible answer. The Chi Tima has a ya the Ziluf.
Right.
And if you will say that the uncovered wine is fit for sprinkling, that is in the house for its aroma, oh, that's a sprinkling that I mean. They don't mean on the Mizbeach. Tanya been taught otherwise in the following Baraisa. Me, Shenas Galu, water that was uncovered. Re Ze Li Yish Pocham Birshus Harabim. One should not spill it out into the public area. Water that's been uncovered. Does that mean shouldn't be throughout in the public area? Turning over now to 115b4. You go there. Bahen is hativ. Nor should one need clay with it. Shouldn't use it, in other words. Below Yurabates, Behen es habayit. Nor should one lay the dust in a house with it. V'le vishke mahem es v'hamati v'hamato v'lo v'hamas chavuro. Nor should one give his animal to drink from it, nor the animal of his fellow. The note here says that the Braita tells us that uncovered beverages are prohibited not only for drinking, but also for other uses. This means that the contents of the uncovered barrel cannot be used for sprinkling, and are thus fit for no use at all. Nevertheless, Baraisa permits the Levi to designate them as Turumas Maaseh. So how does that fit in?
Okay, we got some more Rashis over here. You want to read Rashi?
Okay. Which one?
We're up to Lo Yishafchem. You shouldn't spill them.
Shelo Yavor Alehem Adam Yachaf Vayichnas Aresh Shel Nachash Biraglo Al Yidei Mekach Tzarur Vayimos.
Wow. Wow.
So you shouldn't pass by a man. What is Yachaf?
Barefoot.
Barefoot. Or enter the abode of a snake with your feet in accordance with or through Mekach. Mekach is
That's
Makat,
a
it's
tough
a
at the
wound.
end.
So,
It's not a
sorry,
makat.
I didn't hear it.
Like makat bechorot. It's a wound. You know, a striking. You're afraid you're going to go by the snakes. You're going to walk barefoot. You're going to get bit by the snake, and he's going to bite you, and then he's going to inject the poison, and that's why you're going to whatchamacallit. You're afraid that's what's going to happen.
So you'll die.
Yeah, I think there wasn't the man, but I think the word aras was the poison of the snake, and it will enter his foot, so to speak, and there he's going to have a wound, an open wound, and it's going to cause him to die. That's what the problem about walking around, about spilling on the ground. You're afraid you're going to create a problem where you could still get killed by the snake if you spill on the ground.
Okay, so yeah, so in other words, this is Rashi's explaining why it is that the Brisa says that one should not pour out water which has been left uncovered out in the public domain, because there's going to be shaloi yavor leihem odem yachab, so that a person who is barefoot is not wearing shoes, so that he won't run into a situation where he's going to be going by the way over here. And the poison of the snake is going to go into his foot. Where's the poison of the snake? What does that got to do with this? Where's any poison of the snake over here? The poison of the snake is in the water that was left uncovered, because that is the concern that we have with water which has been left uncovered. We have a concern that a snake came over there and drank from some of the water, and in the course of his drinking of the water, he injected some of his venom into the water. So the water has poisonous venom of a snake in it because it was left uncovered. And therefore, such water should not be poured out into a place that a public domain that people are walking by in that public domain. That's what people do in a public domain. They walk around over there, and you can have a person who doesn't have any shoes, and he's walking around over there, and he's going to walk over this water, which is going to have poisonous venom in it. And then Rashi says, so in any case, what can it do to him? Rashi says, yes, he's going to get into his blood circulatory system, because he walks around barefoot. He's got a wound from a rock, and so he's got an open wound over there. And the venom is going to enter into that into his foot, into his circulatory system via that open wound, and he could die from such a thing. So what we're talking about over here is a matter of life and death. Okay.
But I don't understand how. What is the makas? What's the blow? What's hitting what?
The blow of the tzor. The tzor is the pebble that he stepped on. He stepped on a pebble, and it created an open wound in the bottom of his foot.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that last letter is a tough, and that's a smichus. Like you say, yeshivat samanafshi, the yeshiva of samanafshi. That's the smichus. So here we have makas tzror. This is the maka of the tzror, the wound that was the maka. It's actually not. It's not talking about the wound. It's talking about the smiting of the rock, which made a wound.
Roar is a rock?
Sure is a yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Think on the smaller side, not a big rock, but like a rock that be on the ground there that somebody could step on, and he could get a cut from it. It could wound him if he's not wearing shoes. Okay, so that's the first thing that the Brisa says one should not do with such water. Number one. And then it says, Lo yigabel behen esatit. You shouldn't make make clay with it. Combine earth and water to make clay. Lo yarbetz behen esabayis. Oh, so we have a Rashi over here. The next Rashi, Lo yigabel behen esatit, is in parentheses. Seems like it should be taken out, so we'll bypass that. And then it says Lo yashke behen lebehemto. He should not give his animal to drink from such water. Okay, Rashi, Phil.
Because it's a danger to life. Shema perhaps Yishachatnu Acharei Cain. They'll be ejected after this. You know, you eat this infected animals. The animals are gonna drink it, and then they're gonna be a danger.
Yeah, but Sekanas Nefashis doesn't refer to the animals, it refers to people.
Right, it's a danger to the people who are going to have from this shechted animal who drank it.
Oh, the animal now has this. Oh, it's going to infect the meat that people are going to eat from this animal.
The animal's going to drink it. You're not worried about the animal drinking it. The animal's going to drink it. You shouldn't water your animals. Give your animals this water. Because if the animals drink it, it's going to create a problem that'll be dangerous animals to the people who eat it, and then they'll die after it gets shechted.
Yeah, how can you shecht an animal that died from poison?
No, you didn't. It hasn't died yet. It's in a sense, you're in a sense not realizing that this animal now has it within it. It's like you're creating an avela that you wouldn't know about.
Tosos disagrees with this explanation. This is the fourth Tosfos on the page. Lo yashke mehen lebehema, pirsha kontris shema yishchatena. Because maybe this animal who ingested this water is going to be shechted. Be'ika sekanas nefashos. And then there's going to be a danger to danger to life as a result of this. And I guess the pshat is like Phil said, that it's as a result of shechting it. So then somebody's going to eat the meat of this animal, and it's dangerous. Dangerous to eat this meat. It sounds like Rashi says. Tosa says, "Hey, near doesn't seem to Tosfos that this is so. Why? Dafilu lebehema tamea lo yashke mishum bal tashchis. Kedemashma b'perek sheni de avodah zarah. Says Tosfos, even to a behema tamea, meaning like a donkey. A donkey is a behema tamea. It's an animal that may not be eaten. So even without the eating of the meat of an animal that drank such water, says Tosfos, still we're not allowed to use this water to give to an animal to drink that's not going to be shechted and eaten by anybody. Why not? Mishum bal tashchis. Now, what does that have to do with bal tashchis? The Muki Hassam, I don't know. We say over there, Hadesanya shemuter lahashkos lebehemtoi v'shunra shunra is a cat. She'ein kashe. She'ein kashelo. It's not difficult for the cat. Porki hachi chavero nami. Umishani kachish didei nami kachish. Okay, anyway, so we got into a long Tosfos over here. So Tosfos, he doesn't like the pshat of Rashi. And he has an alternative pshat. Let's go back to the Gemora. Do we have any more Rashis? No, we don't have any more Rashis. So we go back to so now what we're holding with is what was the Gemora's question? The Gemora's question was, if you'll say if you'll say, okay, so this water left uncovered, this wine, we're talking about wine actually in the Brisa, left uncovered is not suitable for a Kohen to drink it, but let's say that it still is useful to him. He could use it l'ziluv. He could use it to give fragrance in his house by spritzing it in the house. So we say that no, even water which has been left uncovered should not be poured out in a public place where there's people. So that we can't say that it has such a usage. Such wine will not have a usage of ziluf. We would not do that with such wine which has been left uncovered. On that, the Gemora answers. We're up to the overlaw b'misanenetz. And who's reading now? Roy, you want to read? You got the place?
Not sure. Hassam Nami?
115b4, left-hand column, second paragraph. The Gemara answers.
The Gemara answers the avar la b'misa nenes Rebbe Nehemiah. He passes the wine through a strainer, thereby rendering it permissible for use, in accordance with Rabbi Nehemiah. Desanya, for it has been taught in a brisa, misa nenes yesh ba mishum gilui. Wine in a straining device is subject to the law of uncovered liquids. i.e., if the strainer is left uncovered, the wine is forbidden for use. Amar Rabbi Nehemiah, Rabbi Nehemiah said, Amasai, when is this true? I'm sorry, I have to go to the door.
Oh, you want to take over?
Okay, בזמן, בזמן שהתחתונה מגולה, when the lower receptacle is uncovered, אבל בזמן שהתחתונה מבוסה, but when the lower receptacle is completely covered by the filter, אף על פי שהעליונה מגולה, then even though the upper receptacle is uncovered, אין בה משום גילוי. The wine in the lower receptacle is not subject to the law of uncovered liquids. לפי שיעורו של נחש דומה this book, for the venom of the serpent is like a sponge. The tzof of Ahmad Bimkomo, it floats upon the surface of the wine and remains in its place. It doesn't pass through the filter into the lower receptacle. Therefore, the wine in the lower receptacle remains uncontaminated, says Art Scroll. We really should have a picture of the of what they mean by a strainer. Looks like something more complicated than just a wire.
Well, let's take a look at Rashi. Phil, Misanenis.
Misanenis, that's strained, the strainer. It's a kli. It's a vessel. What's this abbreviation? Ayin Gimel?
Al-Gav, on top of.
Al-Gav. Okay, on top of a kli, on top of another kli. The name Hamshamrin, and it puts the reg, so to speak, b'toche elyon. It gets stopped in the top part of the strainer. Vahu kavara. That's like a strainer also.
Yeah, it's another language. Another word.
I think one is sort of thick, a thin strainer, a thick strainer. The hayayin, the mistanein, may love, and the wine is strained in it by itself. It's a strainer. That's what it's saying.
Okay, so we have, in other words, we have wine which has been left uncovered. And so we have a concern that perhaps this wine contains poisonous venom of a snake in it. Because I guess snakes like to drink wine also, not just water. So you learn something about snakes, right? So now the Gemora, and if so, then the wine is largely useless. So if the wine is largely useless, so then how could we say that we're going to make a declaration and give this as a present to the Kohen? That's not much of a present to give to him. It's not too much. So we're saying no. We're talking about even though the wine was left uncovered, but it was wine which was misanenis. So it seems that after it was left uncovered, they used the strainer and they strained the wine, and so now we got strained wine, basically. Even though it was left uncovered, now it's been strained up and the strainer is going to hold back the venom on the top, and the wine in the kli on the bottom is going to be strained wine. Won't have any snake poison in it. Now, this, as a matter of fact, the Brisa says, is subject to a machlokes tanoim, because the Gemora said in giving this answer that the wine still has usage. That only goes according to the opinion of Rabbi Nehemiah. And then the Gemara brings, that was the Gemara's answer, that this open wine went through a strainer, and we're going according to the view of Rabbi Nehemiah in this brisa that says that you can now give this as a present to the Kohen. But then the Gemara brings a brisa, and we see that according to the Tanakama, of that brisa, the Tanakama says, "Ein bo mishum yesh bo mishum gilui." That was the first words of the brisa. Misanenes yesh bo mishum gilui. So that was the view of the Tanakama of the brisa, that even after it's been strained, it still has a prohibition of being mishum gilui, of being uncovered. So according to the Tanakama, there is still the gezerah is still in place, even if it's been strained. The gezerah applies even to strained wine that was left uncovered. But we're going according to Rabbi Nehemiah, and Rabbi Nehemiah says that ein bo mishum gilui, it won't be subject to the prohibition of wine that's been left uncovered after it's been strained in this way. Oh, so now we have a Rashi. We have time yet? Still, we got 3 minutes. We have a Rashi that yesh bo mishum gilui. This is the view of the Tanakama, that it still has this. It's still subject to the prohibition of gilui.
Let's see how long this Rashi is before we start this. Okay. No. Yesh bo mishum gilui. It is because of it's being uncovered. Shrich lakasot ha'elyon. Kedei shelo yishte bo nefesh, so that the snake won't drink from it. Even though shehayayin mistanen, even though the wine's going to be strained, v'holech, and will go. We are concerned, Shema, perhaps Ya'avor ha'eres, the poison will pass im hayayin, with the wine, l'toch ha'kli, inside the vessel. V'kol shekain, all the more kishetachton migula, and all the more that the bottom is also uncovered.
Oh, so it seems as though it seems that what the Bryce is talking about is not wine that we know, or is not wine that was left uncovered, but this guy wants to strain the shmorim, like Rashi said before, the dregs of the wine, and he puts the dregs of wine that wasn't necessarily uncovered before, and he puts it in the top kli, and that kli is acting like a strainer, and the wine goes down and it's strained into the second kli. So here Rashi mentions that the Tanakama holds that the only way you could do this and have the wine be permissible to drink is if you would cover the top kli so that would prevent a nachash from coming and drinking from that wine. So we're talking about wine that was never previously left uncovered, but we're talking about how to do the straining in such a way that it won't be subject to the prohibition of being yain that which is left uncovered. And so, according to the Tanna Kamma, you gotta cover the top kli, that's the strainer, so the nakash will never be able to drink from over there. And afal-pisha yain mistaning, even though it strains the wine, but if it would be left uncovered, we're still concerned that there'll be some snake poison that'll be there, and it could go down together with the wine into the second kli on the bottom. Even in that case, we're concerned about, says Rashi. Kol shekain, all the more so would we be concerned, according to the Tanna Kamma, keshatachton megula, if the lower kli was left uncovered. Okay, and we're out of time. All right,
Take care. Be well.
everybody have a great day.
Thank you.
That's love.
Bye, everybody. Be well. See you.
Yeshua's Tovos, Yeshua's Nechamois.
Shabbat shalom.
Right.
Shabbos to Phil.
Shabbos, Phil. Good Shabbos.
Bye, Roy. Bye, Alan.
Okay.
Bye, Lou.